Did you see the funky moves from Tim Waltz? You know, I played you something the other day. Maybe it was in the show, maybe it was in the short feed of my former colleague over at Fox, Jesse Waters, saying, you know, men just really shouldn't move like this. I kind of am tempted to agree with him. I'm like, does he have like a nervous tick or something? Like, you know, his body just has to keep moving around like a noodle. He's like a comedy act. He's like a really bad actor, this Tim Waltz. And it makes me nervous because they keep propping him up. He's supposed to be great. Like everybody's, you know, nice guy, just kind of like a golden retriever lapdog. I mean, it's kind of unacceptable to me. He's going to be the vice president of the United States. I don't want a golden retriever lapdog. I mean, maybe Kamala does. Hey. But we don't need that for our vice president. I mean, to think that this guy, you got to see it, could be the president in the event something happens to her, watch. Okay, so here he comes out on stage. They announce him, Governor Tim Waltz, and he starts they're playing John Mellencamp's song in the background, and he's just weird. I mean, I'm going to use that word, weird. He loves the crowd. Look at this guy. He just loves the attention all day long with weird little movements. I think it might be some kind of weird tick or something. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to the debate. I'm looking forward to the debate between Kamala and Trump on ABC News. She has refused to do the Fox News debate. He confirmed that just yesterday. Trump did. But there's going to be a really good debate between J.D. Vance and Tim Waltz. And I think it's in part because Tim Waltz is so unbelievably dumb. Okay, there I said it. I mean, for goodness sakes, the guy, he doesn't own one stock. Not one stock. He doesn't own his home. He's been making six figures for like 20 years, for goodness sakes. So he's either really, really dumb or he's a total socialist. Either way, not good for us. Here's JD talking about, on top of that, he lies too, because they all lie. He was some kind of big military hero, except he inflated that. Oh, kind of like they inflated the jobs numbers. JD Vance, take it away.
Before the end of the campaign, Tim Waltz is going to be talking about how he was carrying an M16 through the jungles of Vietnam. But this guy, everything that comes out of his mouth about his military service is at least 25% a lie. And, you know, it occurred to me, the closest Tim Waltz has ever come to combat, even though he says he carried a weapon in war, the closest Tim Waltz has ever come to combat is when he let rioters burn Minneapolis to the ground a few years ago, right?
Yeah. Right? I mean, this is not good. This is not good. Minneapolis was one of the worst places, of course, in 2020. And that was okay. They were willing to allow that kind of violence. And look, nobody wants that. Even the people living in these communities, you want to be able to ensure that your kids can go to school safely. You want to be able to ensure that you're not struggling with what people are struggling with. Let me be very clear. On the south side of Chicago, where the murder rate has escalated so horrifically, you need the safety and security in order to learn, in order to have any kind of economic prosperity. These are basics. And yet these clowns, and they are clowns. I mean, don't tell me that this guy is not a clown. He's like the chief clown. Or, oh, here's our other clown.
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been. You know?
What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been.
Well, I'm going to unburden you from listening to that. There are clowns that want to control our country. We have to make sure that we are out in force, guys, and that we are passionate and articulate about what we believe in, because there's a real danger here.